Sir, you're a criminal. Hold on. Oh no, like ew, this is ew. What is this? Wow. Like, wow. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. And for those who are seeing me for the first time, I'm Patrice Mighty. Here are my socials. I'm going to put it down below. I'll put the links in my description. So, if you can't already tell, I have this new segment on my channel. So, without further ado, let me just run the intro. Okay, now that that's over with, let's get straight into these Am I the Assholes? If you're on social media, you know what these are. So I'm going to read the scenarios, and at the end they're asking, are they the asshole for whatever it is? So let's just get straight into it. So this one, it says, am I the asshole for being annoyed with my boyfriend? Oh, sorry. For being annoyed with, why can't I speak now? Am I the asshole for being annoyed that my boyfriend is flirting with AI? That sounds weird, but let's just get into it. So I, 20-year-old female, recently discovered that since April 2023, my boyfriend, 22, has been flirting with AI chatbots and sending inappropriate messages and photos. This began before we were together, which I don't really have a right to be annoyed. But however, this has continued into a relationship, with the last incident being today. I wouldn't class it as cheating, but it does make me feel rather upset, as surely these are conversations he should be having with me. So am I the asshole? Girl, before you even got together with him, you knew he was like this? I know people have their own fetishes and, you know, things that they're into, but flirting and chatting with AI is a whole other level. And you knew this going into it, so you shouldn't be surprised. But you say you're in a relationship now, so you thought it would be, you know. But damn. But I don't think you're the asshole. You're asking if it's cheating. It's low-key kind of like that. I think low-key it's cheating. Because why are you looking for that type of interaction and attention from an AI? It doesn't make sense when you have your own girlfriend. So no, I don't think you're being an asshole for being annoyed with him, because I don't know, I could not deal with that. I could not put up with that. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. This one is a bit longer. So it says, am I the asshole for canceling my brother's wedding venue reservation after he uninvited me? Okay. So I, 37-year-old male, have a younger brother who's 26, so that's like 11 years difference, who's getting married in 3 months. A year ago, when he and his fiance were planning their wedding, they were struggling to find an affordable venue. I own a vacation property with a large yard that's been used for a couple of small weddings before, so I offered it to him as a wedding venue rent-free. My only condition was that I wanted to be a part of the wedding party, which he agreed to. Everything seemed fine. Last week, Tom and I got into a small argument. It really wasn't a big deal, but a couple days later, he texted me and said he and his fiance decided to downsize their wedding party and I was no longer going to be a groomsman. Petty. I smell pettiness. Anyways, I was shocked because I thought this was set in stone a year ago. I called him to ask what was going on, and he said it wasn't personal, just that they wanted to keep things small and intimate and didn't feel like they needed me in the wedding party. I was pretty hurt, but I didn't say anything at the time. Then it occurred to me, if I'm not important enough to be in his wedding party, why should I host the wedding at my place? So I called him again and told him that since I wasn't going to be a part of the wedding, they need to find another venue. Now, Tom and his fiance were furious. They say they can't afford another venue at this point, and I'm ruining their big day. My parents are also upset and say I should just let it go and still host the wedding. I feel like I was doing them a huge favor, and they essentially uninvited me from being a part of the most important day of their lives. I don't think I'm wrong to retract my offer, but now everyone's making me feel guilty. So, Am I the asshole for canceling the venue? This is a whole lot to unpack because initially there were terms to his offer. Like, he didn't even give it out of the goodness of his heart. He's like, if I'm gonna give you this rent free, my only condition is I have to be a part of your wedding party. But the brother did agree, and everything was fine up until last week. So they got into an argument, and he said it wasn't a big deal. But days later, the brother came back and said, okay, we're downsizing, and yeah, we no longer need you in our wedding party. Like, it's hard to think that's unrelated to their argument, but I guess they're both petty in a way. Since you took me out of the wedding party, I will no longer give you the wedding venue. And now he's like, okay, now I'm uninviting you, and saying that he's ruining their big day. I don't know. I think it's kind of an asshole move, yes, for canceling the wedding venue at such short notice. I understand that you're hurt that your brother removed you from the wedding party, but at the end of the day, it's their day and they still can do whatever they please because it's their day. But also, if you were so hurt, maybe like you could say, well, this was our original term, so if you're breaking our verbal contract, then I'll require a fee if you're going to use my venue, because the only reason I offered it free was because, you know, you said I was going to be a part of the party. Like, I understand if you went that route, but to just cancel it overall at short notice, it's kind of rough. But he's definitely not the asshole in some sense, but he's definitely very, very petty to do this. Obviously they're from a petty family, but I could not see myself telling my sister or my brother, like, I'll give you this if you let me be a part of it. Like, if they didn't ask you in the first place, like, don't beg into it. Like, let them ask you, you know, that kind of vibe. But I don't know, that's just me. That's just my personality or my beliefs anyways. So yeah, that is what I think on that. All right, this one is saying, am I the asshole for going on a girls trip instead of taking care of my husband after surgery? Let's get into it. I, 24-year-old female, have been planning a girls trip with my sisters and 2 friends for the past year and a half. We spent 2 weeks in Greece and I just got back yesterday. Several months ago, my husband was told he needed his wisdom teeth out and was giving several surgery date options. One for 3 months ago, one for the week I would be gone, and 2 or 3 options in October. The clinic was pretty booked out and my husband was in some pain, so I suggested he take the soonest available appointment to not only get it over with, but fix his pain sooner. Plus, I'd be out of the country the next available one. He didn't want to take the soonest one because it was too soon and he wasn't mentally prepared, and I assumed that meant he'd wait until October. My husband informed me 3 weeks before I left for my trip that he had booked that time slot and he needed me to stay home and take care of him. I told him that wasn't happening and he needed to pick a later date or have someone else help him. We fought, but ultimately it was decided my mother-in-law would come take care of him and I'd still go. Over the trip, I spoke to them both a few times and his surgery went fine and he continued with my trip. I continued with my trip. When I got home, my mother-in-law confronted me saying how terrible of a wife I was and that I had neglected my husband and chose my friends over him. My husband is still angry and his entire family is pissed at me. I feel like he had several options and he knew fully well that I wouldn't be home on the date he chose. That he sprung on me way too last minute to change my plans or get any kind of refund, and I made it clear I would be going. He tried to justify it by saying the first date was too soon and the later dates were too far away, and I had to understand that he could only do that week. Am I the asshole? Girl, you are not the asshole, because you were planning for a year and a half, a whole trip for a year and a half, and as you said, he had several surgery date options and you told him obviously you can't be on the week when you'd be away. And he still chose it because he said the first date was too soon and he wasn't mentally prepared. Listen, all he's doing is getting his wisdom teeth taken out. Like, I'm sure after the pain subsides and whatever, I've never had my wisdom tooth taken out still. But I don't think the recovery is that long and hard. Plus, he had his mother-in-law. And I don't think a wisdom tooth extraction would be enough for me to cancel a trip that I've been planning for a year and a half. Plus, he knew it beforehand, so he could have chosen a date that was more, convenient for you both. So I'd say no, you're not the asshole, and it's not like a major surgery where he can't walk or do whatever. So yeah, I would have went on that trip, and yes, I'm still checking on him, but that will not ruin my fun because, honey, you knew. So yeah. Okay. This one is saying, am I the asshole for not wanting to share my gambling winnings with my sister? Side note, Reddit is just so funny. I always find the funniest story on here. Need some advice. My sister gave me some money to hold for her, planning to save it for something important. One night I got bored, used that money to gamble online, and luckily tripled it. I had a backup plan in case things went south, so her money wasn't really at risk. When I told her, she was shocked, but asked me to split the winnings since I used her money. Now I get it's her money that got me there, but I feel like I took the risk and could have lost it all. So it's only fair I keep most of the profit. Am I wrong for thinking I should have to split the winnings with her? Sir, you're a criminal. Because why you take our money to gamble? What if you did lose it all? But you said you had something like a backup plan. Like, what was that backup plan? I feel like you're kind of the asshole for not giving her even a little percentage off of it, because it was her money that made you triple it and win big on it. So as a little thank you, like, girl, you can be a little apologetic at first, like, girl, sorry to say, but I used your money for a little gambling. But don't be mad. I tripled it. So, I'm going to give you a little some out of it, just, yeah. But you're kind of the asshole. Because isn't that a crime too? Because that's kind of like stealing, right? I would think so. I think you should have given her a little sum just to, yeah. Okay, this is the final one. This one, when I first saw the heading, I was like, this is crazy, but I don't want to judge yet until I get into it. It says, am I the asshole for getting upset that my boyfriend had his sister in his lap? This past weekend, we kind of got into a big fight because I, 35, was upset that my boyfriend, 42, had his sister, who's 38, in his lap. It came after a long day of drinking, and they just kind of did a lot of touching. I mentioned that it concerned me that he's more affectionate and attentive to his sister than me. I asked if there was something more going on. They just always touch, hold hands, make sex jokes, send sex memes back and hold on. Are you sure they're blood relatives? Like, why are brother and sister? Oh no, like, ew, this is ew. What is this? Okay, yeah. Send sex memes back and forth. She complains about her sex life to him. This is too close. She at one point that day put her fingers to his lips and moved in as if she was gonna kiss him, but caught herself. When I saw the lap sitting after seeing all of this, I accused him of incest. She accused him of incest. Am I crazy and insecure for thinking that? It's just that where I come from, it's not normal to do the girl. I don't think it's normal anywhere. But he said it's not normal to do these things with your sibling. Yes, they are really siblings. I met the whole family, same mom, same dad, biological siblings. Wow, so she's asking if she's the asshole. Wow. Like, wow. Wow. That is crazy. I've never heard of anything like this before. Like, imagine me coming. Imagine, I'm trying to just put myself in that situation. Imagine me coming and see my husband's sister sitting on his lap. Ugh, Jesus. Sex jokes? Talking about sex? That is a lot. That is way too close for siblings. I'm sorry. And the kissing? What? Going in like you're gonna kiss? Like, are you sure that they're biological siblings? Because that is gross. I can't imagine. Of course you're not the asshole, because if that's the case, that needs to be looked into. Maybe accusing them of incest is a bit much, but damn, it does make like one wonder, what are they doing when you're not there? What are they doing alone? But definitely not the asshole. I think that needs to be looked into. Like, they need a professional or something to come in and dissect the whole situation, because this is not normal. Well, these stories were pretty interesting. But yeah, this was my little segment of I've read it all, and it was definitely interesting to read some of these stories and give my take on it. If you like this new segment, let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, click that thumbs up. And if you aren't subscribed already, come on guys, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to this channel and join my little journey over here. Yeah, so if you've reached this far in the video, thank you for supporting me and watching and, you know, engaging in my content. I love it. Yeah, I love that for me. I love that for us, building a little community over here. So yeah, and until next time, I'll see you later guys. Bye.
Girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time.